wanted to design the perfect version of you, the savage competitor, the gladiator at the end of the life that has the scars and the scraggly beard, but has been through shit and has done things and has realized their potential, what would you do to maximize the likelihood that you become that savage hero? Would you give them the padded lifestyle? Would you give them the immediate win? Would you give them the easy life? Probably not. You would probably put you through what you're going through right now to become that person. And so why would you resent the chapter you're in because it's a requirement for becoming who you say you want to be? Let's say you've gotten over your little demon thing. And when I say gotten over, you just stop giving it power by saying it now is the reason that you can't be successful. Awesome. So what do you do now, right? So you got to start figuring things out. And that figured out muscle is probably the most powerful muscle you can build. It's just saying, oh, I don't know how to do this. I will figure it out. Why? Because I figured out things in the past and I can do it again. And if that person can do it and they're no smarter than I am, they have 2 hands and a brain, I can do it too. So the next time that you say you can't figure something out, just set a timer for 20 hours and actually try for 20 hours before you quit. What you'll often realize is it's not hard, you just haven't even tried yet. If you can shrink the time between saying you want to learn something and beginning to try the thing, and extend the time before you say, hey, this is hard, then you will be able to accomplish way more than you think. You can learn most things in 20 hours. The problem is that most people delay the first 20 hours by years. And if you really measured yourself by the amount of action you take, not your desire, not your deservingness, or even your effort, you might actually be embarrassed because what you're looking at is reality. It's about what you do, not what you say you're going to do, how much you want the outcome from what you're doing, how much you think you deserve the thing that's going to happen after you do it, or how hard you try. Because 1, no one cares. 2, reality doesn't care either, because the only thing that matters that you can control is input. And you would be absolutely astonished at what you can accomplish when you give yourself no choice. Every third time I do a Q&A, I get asked the question, what keeps you going? When things were tough, like what did you think about? And I could come up with something that was really compelling, but the honest truth is I just never considered quitting. It was just not on my choice of options at the table. Because for me, the idea of going back to Baltimore as a failure was so much worse than anything else that I could encounter that it just wasn't even a consideration. And so the only natural option I had was to persist, was to endure, was to continue. And so I think if you use that frame as there have been people who have gone through significantly worse than what I'm going through right now. And for those of you who claim the demon card of like, I've been through shit, then prove it. Was it worse than this? Great. Then you can prove that it was so hard by being hard now. Across timeframes in history, across countries, across cultures, across age groups, across race, gender, everyone respects the man who works. Because as men, we are always judged by what we can do. And if you are doing things, then people know that you are contributing. That is how you prove utility. Work ethic is the currency of respect. If you want to earn respect, you earn it through work. And sometimes that's working on yourself. That's sometimes working on a skill, working on a product, but it is all through work, through effort.